Line by our reporter, Neria Hlakotsa. Thank you very much for joining us. In that story that you just shared with us, towards the end, the spokesperson said that workers didn't have to worry about their jobs, but the unions not feeling safe at all. What are they saying?
Definitely, Peter. This was some of by unions. Most importantly, the unions were saying that they were not even consulted, when Petra decided that they will be selling its stake. So they were now wondering what's going to happen to their employees. And we're speaking roughly about 1.6 employees that could be affected. But Petra has indeed promised that that will not affect anybody. What's just going to happen is that Ekapa Mining itself will take all the employees. It's just basically a change of shareholders and nothing big would happen. But unions are saying they cannot trust it until at least they sit down with Petra Mine and be sure that that will indeed stay like that.
How much do we know about Ekapa's operation? I know that last year, September, strikers, the workers went on strike over pay, and this contributed to some of the financial difficulties that the mine is facing. Where is the mine now?
Definitely, did face some halving in what they were making initially, and we saw that's why yesterday, as soon as they announced that in fact they will be breaking the joint venture, which is Ekapa and Petra, as soon as they announced, we saw the London Stock Exchange listed company, which is Petra, increasing in its revenue. But mine as well, when we look at everything else, we cannot tell now how everything will go, but there is hope that mining will continue. And one thing that Petra Diamonds did indicate was the fact that what they want to do now is that they give it to a shareholder, in this case, which is Ekapa Mine, who will just solely focus on the Kimberley one, because they feel that for the fact that it was a joint venture where it was various mines coming together, that was the problem, and the focus was not, enough focus for that matter was not given specifically on those mines that are in Kimberley.
Is the Ekapa mine confident that it can build a good business with just this mine, with this focus that you're talking about?
Of course, we didn't get an opportunity to speak to Ekapa Mine, but of course, if they now even to buy the stake, clearly they have plans in plan. And you must remember, this is a BEE company. This is Ekapa Mine for that matter. So I'm sure they've made their move now in the mining sector, and they have better plans to move alone, independent of Petra's help. So for their agreement already to buy the stake for, 300 million rand, and agree to pay it for at least a year, which is like from next year, January, they'll be paying monthly. So they clearly have a plan in place, and for them to say that they will not take all the employees with, it seems like they do have a plan to actually continue mining and increase their revenue.
On the face of it, some people might say, why would someone sell 75% share in a mine? They talk about it not being a good fit. What it does sound like is that this part of the mine is maybe a problem business, and that they're getting rid of it so that they can consolidate cash flows from the other operations that are making money, and that Ekapa perhaps was the problem in the equation.
Exactly. That was one of the things that were raised by various people when we were just discussing this deal that Ekapa has made with Petra now, because you must remember that in history here in Kimberley, initially Petra Mine was mining under the De Beers contract, and this was in 2007. And it's only in 2016 when they decided to go into this venture with Ekapa. So you can see that it was only a 2-year 10-year relationship, and already they ending it just like that. One could say maybe they've made enough that they've wanted, and now they just need to move on. And like they said, Petra Diamonds itself, saying that they will now just only focus on their Cullinan mines and their Finch mines. So in 2 years, one could argue that they've managed to get as much revenue as they wanted.
All right, so that's where we're going to leave it. That's our reporter, Neria Hlakotsa, reporting to us from Kimberley about this deal that's just been signed. Joint venture partner Petra Diamonds selling its share to Ekapa Mine for 300 million rand. And unions are very worried about their jobs, but the mine itself saying not to worry, it will be business as usual. All that's happening is a change of shareholding. I suspect that there's still much more of this story to tell.